There was a woman named Leah who spent her whole life waiting for a love that never turned to face her. She was the older of two sisters, and the Bible does not soften how she was seen. Her younger sister Rachel was the beautiful one, the wanted one, the one the man loved on sight. Leah was the other one. And on the night that should have been the beginning of her own story, her father wrapped her in a veil and sent her into a marriage meant for her sister. She woke up beside a man who had wanted someone else, and would want someone else for the rest of her days. Think of the mornings after that. She lived in the same tents as the sister who had everything she longed for. She watched her husband's face light up for Rachel, and go flat for her. And still, she hoped. That is the part that breaks your heart, if you slow down enough to feel it. Leah did not go numb. She kept hoping he would change. Think of the ordinary days inside that marriage. The meals she made that he ate, without once looking up at her. The way a room seemed to warm when Rachel walked into it, and cool when it was only Leah. She was not thrown out of the household. That is what made it so lonely. She was right there, present at every meal, every gathering, every night, and still, somehow, unseen. There is a particular grief in being near someone every single day and invisible to them the whole time. Leah lived inside that grief for years, setting a place at the table for a love that never came to sit down. She had a son, and she named him Reuben, and the meaning she poured into that name was a prayer, disguised as a boy. "Surely now," she said, "surely now my husband will love me." But he did not. So she had another son, and she said, "Because the Lord heard that I am not loved, he gave me this one too." And another, and this time she said, "Now, at last, my husband will become attached to me." Count them. 3 children, 3 names, 3 quiet bargains with a man who was never going to pay. She kept auditing herself. She kept producing, achieving, offering, certain that the next thing would finally make her worth loving to the one who withheld it. You know this woman. You may have looked at her in the mirror this morning. Because maybe, tonight, Leah's story is yours. Maybe the face you keep hoping will finally turn toward you is not a husband's but a mother's. Maybe you have spent your life the way Leah spent hers, laying gift after gift at the feet of someone who will not bend down to pick them up. The good grades that were supposed to earn the warmth. The perfect behavior. The grandchildren. The years of being the daughter she should have wanted, hoping that this time, this effort, this achievement would be the one that finally pulled an apology out of her, or a tenderness, or even just the words, "I see what I did to you, and it has not come." And the cruelest part is what you have decided it means. You have decided that if she will not say she is sorry, then you are not allowed to be free. You have made her acknowledgement the key to your own cell, as though the wound cannot close until the one who made it admits it is there. As though your healing is being held hostage by a woman who may never even see what she did, and be honest about what you believe that apology would do. You have built it into something almost magic. You imagine the moment she finally says it. "I see what I did. I am so sorry." And in that picture, the years rearrange themselves. The little girl is validated at last. The record is corrected. Everyone finally agrees that it happened and that it was wrong. That is what you are truly waiting for. Not just the words, but the rewriting of the whole story with you finally believed. But an apology cannot travel backward in time. Even if she said every word tomorrow, it would not unlive the years you already lived. The healing you keep waiting for her to unlock was never actually behind her door. It has been behind God's the whole time, and his door was never locked. Watch what happens to Leah, because this is where everything turns. She has a 4th son, and something in her has shifted. This time she does not reach for her husband's love. She does not name the boy after a bargain. She looks up instead of sideways, and she says, "This time I will praise the Lord." And she names him Judah, which means praise. No hope pinned to the man, no plea for him to change. Just her eyes lifting off the person who could not love her, and landing on the God who already did. That is the shift, and it is the whole letter. Forgiveness is not the moment she admits it. Forgiveness is the moment you stop waiting for her to. And let this lift a weight off you, because you have been carrying the wrong definition of the word. Forgiving her does not mean pretending it did not hurt. It does not mean calling what she did fine, or acceptable, or small. It does not even mean the relationship has to look the way she wants it to, or that you owe her unguarded access to your heart. You can forgive a woman and still keep a wise and gentle distance from her. Forgiveness is not the same as reconciliation, and it is not amnesia. It is simply you deciding to stop being the one who hauls the debt from year to year, waiting for a payment that would finally let you put it down. You hand the whole account over to God, and you walk out from under it lighter, whether or not she ever knows there was a bill at all. Hold those apart, because you have had them fused together your whole life, and it has cost you dearly. You have believed that to forgive her would be to excuse her, to say it did not matter, to hand her a past she never earned. But that is not what forgiveness is. Forgiveness is not you declaring her innocent. It is you laying down the debt she was never going to pay anyway. It is you unhooking your peace from her apology and putting it back in the hands of the God who has been holding it out to you the whole time. Because here is the thing about the wound. Every day you wait for her to say sorry, she stays in charge of your healing. You have handed her a power she is not even aware she holds. She may go to her grave never seeing you clearly. And if your freedom depends on her sight, then you have chained your whole future to the one thing you cannot control, another person's heart. Leah could not make Jacob love her. You cannot make your mother sorry. But Leah found that there was a love that had been aimed at her the entire time, from a direction she had been too busy to look. Do not miss the tenderness the Bible slips in before Leah ever lifts her eyes. Long before her fourth son, in the middle of her ache, there is a single sentence. When the Lord saw that Leah was not loved, he opened her womb. He saw. Before she praised him, before she got a single thing right, he saw that she was not loved, and he moved toward her. The God of heaven noticed the unwanted sister in the crowded tent. He noticed the one everyone else looked past, and he did not notice her from a cool distance, the way you glance at a stranger and move on. He saw that she was unloved, and he moved toward her. That is who has been watching you all these years, while you strain toward a face that would not turn. Not a God waiting for you to earn his attention with one more achievement, one more proof that you were worth the warmth. A God who was already near, already moved, already for you, in the very seasons you felt most invisible to everyone else. He has seen you too. That is not a nice thought to end a letter on. It is the ground you stand on. The warmth you have been trying to squeeze out of a mother who has none to give has been pouring toward you from another direction your whole life. You were so fixed on the face that would not turn that you missed the one who never looked away. So you can release her, not because what she did was small, but because you are done letting it decide your worth. You can forgive a woman who will never say she is sorry, because your forgiveness was never really about her admission. It was about your freedom. You can stop auditing yourself for the love she withheld and let yourself be loved from heaven instead. And do not be discouraged when you find you have to do this more than once. Forgiveness like this is rarely a single event you finish and file away. It is a road you will walk more than once, because the hope for her apology is stubborn, and it grows back. Some ordinary morning, the old longing will return, the quiet fantasy of the day she finally understands, and you will have to set it down again. That is not failure. That is exactly what it looks like to release a wound she may never see. Each time you catch yourself reaching sideways and choose to look up instead, the chain gets a little lighter, and the God who saw Leah is standing right there to meet you again. Picture the woman on the other side of this. She can be in the same room as her mother and not spend the whole visit waiting. She feels the old ache flicker, but it no longer runs her. She has stopped rehearsing the confrontation that will finally make her mother understand. She has handed that whole exhausting hope to God, and her hands are free now, free to hold a peace that does not depend on a single word her mother will never say. That woman is you, the moment you name your son Judah, the moment you stop reaching sideways and start looking up. You were never the unloved sister, no matter how the tent was arranged. You are a daughter of the king who saw Leah in her sorrow and sees you in yours. And his love was never once waiting on someone else's apology. or someone else's permission to reach you. Tell me in the comments the name of the thing you are ready to stop waiting for. You do not have to explain the whole story. Just naming it is a kind of praise. And another daughter who is learning to forgive without ever getting an apology needs to know tonight that she is not alone in the tent.